3 reasons why you should work for Tim Hortons. Don't, don't, and don't. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new here, hi, hello, this is Elena. And today we're going to be talking about what it's like to work at Tim Hortons from my experience. So everyone has a different experience working there, but I believe a lot of people can definitely relate to some of the things that I'm going to be mentioning about working there. So I'm going to be talking about negatives and positives of working at Tim Hortons. Obviously the negative list will be a lot more because I didn't have a very good experience working there. So let's get on right to the video. So firstly, when I started working at Tim Hortons, that time people were actually really desperate for a job because it was really hard for me to get a job at somewhere like Tim Hortons, which is like, what? You think that it's just an easy job you can get like right away. You don't need to like do anything, you don't need to go for an interview or anything, but honestly it was probably one of the hardest interviews ever. So I started off by applying online through the website, to the Tim Hortons website. I uploaded my resume, and a few weeks later I got a call, and I actually had a quick phone interview with them. So that was number one, and then they called me in and I went inside to do the interview, and they asked me some very complicated questions, by the way. They asked me things like, what are your weaknesses? If you were to work at Tim Hortons, tell me 3 skills that you can bring to the table. Like, what kind of skills do you need to work at Tim Hortons, guys? Come on. So after I successfully passed that part of the interview, answering all those questions, then the guy was like, okay, so in order to work here, you have to first pass a math test. And I was like, what? You need to pass a math test for Tim Hortons? Excuse me? So they made me sit down there for 30 minutes to complete like a questionnaire, and there was different math questions that you had to answer. They made me sit down and actually complete this form of different math questions that were like, I don't know, division and like random questions, and they're like, you need to have an 80% to pass this test. And I was like, okay, I never knew that it would be this hard to work at Tim Hortons. So I live in an area where it's like a village, so we have like one Tim Hortons only in the area. So I don't know if it has to do with like my area or if every Tim Hortons is like this. Anyways, so I did that test, and I was like, I probably failed it because I suck at math, but I didn't. I actually got a call back after one day, and they're like, you can come and work. And also at the time of interview, they asked me like how I want my hours to be, and I clearly told them like I can only work like starting 8 a.m. to like whatever. But when they called me, they're like, oh, your first shift is gonna start at 5 a.m. and I was like, really? You want me to wake up at 5 a.m.? Not even 5 a.m. because 5 a.m. the shift starts. So I had to wake up like every day at 3 a.m. get ready and freaking go to that Tim Hortons job. Anyways, I was like, whatever, I'll just do it. So I got my uniform, and then I started working there. I went for my first day. So when I went there the first day, I met a lot of different people, mostly elderly people, who were so freaking rude. Like, they all were just like, oh, this girl is new, let's just throw everything at her. Like, everyone was so freaking rude. Like, they would be like, so one of the old lady had to like teach me how to do stuff, and she was so freaking impatient. She was like trying to teach me something, but she was like, oh, no, like, you know what, go do it by yourself now, and then if I mess up, then I should automatically know how to do it, like with her giving me like 2 minutes of training. So that sucked. Like, they barely freaking give you any training. They just put me right to the floor, go and make a freaking double and a regular, and apparently I'm supposed to know how to like use that machine that they have. Like, they have different options. Like, I was not taught any of that, which options is for what, how to make an ice cap. And keep in mind, there's so many freaking things that you have to make, so many different formulas. Like, there's ice cap, there's creamy chocolate chill, there's frozen lemonade, there's strawberry and banana milkshake, something like that, I think that's what it's called. Iced coffee, so many different drinks that you have to know how to make. And on top of all that, you have to know how to make sandwiches. There's like a form that they give you which shows like how to make each sandwich, and there's like about 15 different types of sandwich. So you have to be like quick, and you have to quickly make the sandwiches, and you get time for those. So keep in mind that if you work like for the drive-through, they have a timer. So like each person that goes through the drive-through, it counts like how long it took you to serve that client and make the sandwich and everything. And if you are like taking too much time, then you get in shit. And the manager's like, what's going on, guys? Why is it taking this much time? So it was horrible. And honestly, like, it just felt like, at that time I was only 15 years old, and it just felt like child labor. Like, what are they doing to me? They're like literally abusing me.
Like, I just hated being there. Every single day I felt like crying.
Like, go and rush, do this, do that, run to the drive-through, run back, do this and this and that. It was just crazy, guys. Anyways, enough about the negatives. Let me tell you some of the positives. So some stuff that was okay to me was that they actually gave free coffee and donuts to the employees. So every morning I didn't have to worry about breakfast. I would just go to work and then make myself a nice hot coffee and a nice hot donut that was freshly just made by the baker. So I really enjoyed that part. What else did I enjoy? Another thing was that it was kind of flexible. So like at that time, like, I had school, so I would be able to choose my hours between like 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. and I could literally do like 4-hour brackets of shifts, and they would just adjust to that. So that part was kind of cool, and I really wanted to do like the evening shifts just because I didn't want to be around those really rude full-time people who were so rude to me. So that was another good thing about that. And oh yeah, one more thing that was nice was that if you did really well on your drive-through time, like you were serving the clients very fast and in a good way, then they would actually give you a gift card at the end of the month, like Shoppers Drug Mart gift card, or like anything you want to pick. You can take like a $50 gift card for being like good. And sorry, that was an individual, that was a group performance thing, so each person would get a gift card. I think that's how it was, I don't remember properly. So yeah, that was one thing. But guys, just to wrap up the video, I just want to say that if you're trying to get a job and you're in desperate need to get a job, please, 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 just don't just go for Tim Hortons. Don't go for fast food. Fast food in general, some people enjoy it, but honestly, it's just annoying. So just don't go for Tim Hortons, guys. It's really not a good place to work at. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. In this channel, I just talk about random things that I feel like talking about, such as my experiences, about different topics. And if you guys have any other ideas, you can always comment down below and I'll try to do that. So that's all for today. Thank you, and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video and if you want future content. Some people enjoy it, but honestly, it's just annoying. So just don't go for Tim Hortons, guys. It's really not a good place to work at. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. In this channel, I just talk about random things that I feel like talking about, such as my experiences, about different topics. And if you guys have any other ideas, you can always comment down below and I'll try to do that. So that's all for today. Thank you, and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video and if you want future content.